G'day everyone and welcome to Either Side of Nhill. I'm Ben.
Hi, and I'm Kristy. G'day, Ben. How you going?
Yeah, I'm great. How are you going, Kristy?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Good. Having an awesome weekend, and it's just lovely to see your gorgeous face, my gorgeous cousin.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're having a pretty wet and cold winter at the moment, but,
Same.
it's all good. It's all good. Hey, how's our last episode? We interviewed Mike Tomalaris. Can
I
you still
know.
believe it?
God, I'm still pinching myself. I actually have listened to that quite a few times and still can't believe we got to speak to Tomo, as I now call him, because we
Of
are
course.
BFFs.
Of course.
But yeah, it was really ace. It was a great insight into, his time at SBS and Tour de France, and I just bloody loved it. Everyone
It
that
was
knows
great.
me knows how much I love Tour de France, but I was just like a kid in a candy store, and hopefully I wasn't too, Ben, too excitable on the old pod last week. But
No, you were classy, professional all the way.
I
Yeah.
was shaking in my boots. I really just bloody loved it. So,
Oh, that's so
and
good.
and hopefully we've put the call out. We potentially might have something else coming up later on in the year with Mike. So stay tuned,
Mm.
folks, because that could be good.
That would be great. And he's been really supportive since. He's really pushed it. He's made lots of comments and shared it. And so that's great. So thanks for your support, Mike. He's actually in Tassie this weekend. I don't know if you've seen some of the Facebook
Yeah.
posts. He's down for this event, this dirty, wet, gravelly event in Tassie.
Yeah, and I saw him interview Richie Port too. So,
Yeah.
and Richie and Tomo asked Richie if he was going to come back again and ride in the race.
And he said, no,
It's like, you can keep this to yourself.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, it looked really, really freezing cold. But
Oh,
yeah, good on Richie. He's such a legend of Australian cycling.
is he
And
ever?
also a shout out to Emily Gladys. Thank you for putting that amazing write up in the Nhill Free Press and Conniva Times last
Fantastic.
week. So that was lovely to see. Our podcast got a bit of media attention, and so that was really cool. Hope everyone saw it.
Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. So, look,
Was it the motorbike?
yeah, someone just doing wheelies down the hill
Ben's actually recording from the
from the back of
motorbike.
a bike. I'm like those hairy bikers,
Yeah. Oh, that's
Now,
so funny.
we got to talk about our one book club because I've gotten a bit slack. I've thrown a bit of a spanner in the works by not sending the book on. So, look, my apologies and kind regards. I'm so sorry about that.
There is a bit of a list of people waiting. So
I know. There's people waiting. So, look, I commit to sending it. I'm actually going to send it to Todd, who is a regular listener of ours and a good friend of mine. He's put the shout out for the book, and also my mate Rick, who is also a regular listener, husband of our previous guest, Denise Hoytasek. He's keen as well. So they're both regular listeners, keen for the book. So, guys, I will get it to you ASAP.
okay,
Don't you worry.
And look, if there is any money exchanging hands to get your name up the list,
Cash will be accepted.
yeah, that will make that will get you book number 5 quicker. Well, look, we'll see what we can do, but it is a good book, and good on you, Ben. You get to the PO when you're ready, man.
Yeah, well, look, that's where I got the book. So I just got to get straight back to the same spot, stick it in an envelope and get it out there. So I will do that.
Okay, cool. Sounds
Promise.
good.
Yeah.
Well, this is a really awesome week because we're leading up into the Tour de France, and I know we bang on about it, but it's just the best
Yep.
sporting event. It comes around once a year, 3 weeks. It's going to be great. We actually have a Tour de France Facebook competition. It's called the Amazing Tour de France Facebook competition. It's been running for about, 18 years, I think it is.
God, wow.
Yeah. And Ben, you've been there through thick and thin, and this year
Absolutely.
I've made you admin. You've been promoted.
I know. Thank you so much. I know. And I'm glad I wasn't in charge of prizes because whoever did that, they've done an amazing job. I would not have been able to get this.
The committee who's organising the prizes this year should pat themselves on the back. We have got 2 major prizes. The competition's really easy. It's like pick the GC rider, the one that wears yellow.
Yep.
For those who don't know, and pick the winning team. That's all you got to do. Then
That's what you got to do.
sit back on your bike, put your feet up on the handlebars, and just enjoy the road race for the next 3 weeks and no sleep. All right. So Ben and I do all the heavy lifting. The prizes are
Absolutely.
just rolling. You could win your weight in cheese, hard or soft cheese, your choice. But
Whatever.
there's weekly prizes. So yeah, get involved. Hit us up on the DM on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
So and then we'll chuck you in. It's on a private Facebook page. So but
But
you
we'll take anyone, though.
pretty
Well,
much
almost.
yeah.
Almost anyone. And the prizes are amazing. I mean, you could have watched the whole event by helicopter in 2024 with Cadell
Yeah.
Evans as your guide. That's prize one. And then the second prize is spending the whole day on top of the Eiffel Tower watching the final stage of the 2024 race. And that's what was the name of the restaurant you're going to be in?
It's the Jules Verne restaurant. It's a Michelin star restaurant, Ben, and these prizes are nothing to be sneezed at.
No, absolutely not. No,
You
so
know,
get on
put
board, people.
put your handkerchief away, right, and just get involved. It's going to be great.
Get
So
on your bike. Get on
yeah,
your bike, as it were.
get yeah. So no, it is fun. It's going to be a great tour once again.
Oh,
But
as always.
I wanted to also share with you a bit of news today, Ben. This is really kooky. So I've got two brothers, an older
Mm,
and a younger brother. Their
you do.
birthdays are the 24th and the 25th of June. One lives in the northern hemisphere, one lives in the southern hemisphere. And what happens on the 25th of June every year? Their birthdays collide.
That's
So
unbelievable.
it's unreal, right? So both my brothers have the same. They share the same birthday, which is so
Because of where they
weird.
live. I know,
Yeah.
that's really cool. Yeah. Of course, of course. So you've got Brad in the US, whose birthday for us is kind of been and
Today.
gone. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
sorry, excuse
is
me, yesterday.
yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah, but for
right.
him it's actually today. It's playing out as we speak.
Yeah, so happy birthday, Brad. Happy birthday, Ants.
Yeah,
Hope you guys are having a great day. So yeah,
I hope
that's
so.
pretty cool.
Fantastic. Happy birthday, guys. Hey, how about we get on with the show?
Let's do it.
And let's do it. So today's episode is our version of a Dr. Seuss story. It's Oh, the Places We Haven't Been. Hey, Kristy, how many years of your life have you lived in Melbourne?
Well, apart from a short stint overseas, pretty much all of my 53 years. Ben?
You just told us your age. There you go.
Oh,
Thanks
yeah,
for that. Thanks for
sorry.
sharing. Yeah, no, that's cool.
Edit that
I've
bit out.
Beep. I've lived in Adelaide for most of my life, except for 3 years that I spent in Melbourne, which I refer to as the laundry years,
Oh, my God.
because
Yes, the laundry.
as we know, I worked for good old Steri Clean for the entire 3 years that I was
Oh, can
in
we
Melbourne.
please do one whole episode on laundry years?
I could. It could be done. It could be done. I was a delivery boy. I dealt with some fairly intense linen, don't you worry.
Maybe we'll bring that one out of the
Oh,
vault.
we could. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Let's
Vault
do it
was
for the
it? Talk
vault.
about smash hits. The vault was a smash hit.
It was fun, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Ben.
That's okay. Well, look, if you've lived in a city for a long time, you'll know people kind of assume you've done all the iconic things you're supposed to do. You live in New York City, you should have been to the top of the Empire State Building. You live in Paris, of course, you've been to the top of the Eiffel Tower. If you live in the UK, of course, you've swum the English Channel, right? Most people in the UK have done the English Channel on a
Yes.
quiet Sunday morning.
Um,
Bad jokes, sorry, people. Well, that's not always the case, is it? That's okay. That's okay. We're here to make our listeners feel better about
That's
that
it.
today.
Yeah, that's right, Ben. That's right, Ben. And I reckon Rachel Lynch has probably swung the English Channel.
Probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
while
of
writing
course.
a book,
Yeah, that's it.
solving a
Or
murder.
two.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. We're going to share some of the iconic things that we think we should have done in Melbourne and Adelaide because we've lived here for so long, but we just haven't gotten around to it.
I know, Ben, and it's so weird, isn't it? And because why is that? Is it because we're lazy, or we can't be
Maybe.
bothered, or we think it's too touristy, or
I don't
you
know.
don't actually do touristy stuff in your own hometown? So, but we want to hear from you too, listeners. What don't you do in your own hometown? So I don't care where you live, all right, whether it's Moorabbin or Semaphore. You like that?
Just joke. That was good, yeah.
Yeah, thanks. But we want to hear from you. What don't you do, in your own hometown that you kind of feel embarrassed to
I know, you feel like you should have
admit?
done it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you know what it's like when you're when I lived in Melbourne, people would come over from Adelaide and they'd want me to take them to all the touristy things. And so I would
Mm,
take people there. And so in Melbourne, I did quite a lot of touristy things, but
mm.
haven't done them here. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
won't spoiler. I'm not going to spoiler anything because you're going to tell us
yeah,
the
yeah,
three. You're going to pick your top three, and I'm going to talk about my top three,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how we go, and maybe we'll commit to doing some. Who knows?
Well, look, can't promise you anything, right? But hey, look, let's
53 years in, you haven't done it, so
step one. Let's talk about it, okay?
let's
So,
just do it.
like you, Ben, you've probably done most of the some of the usual things. Like I have done the laneways tour of Melbourne. You know, seeing all that amazing graffiti artwork. The MCG tour, Yarra Riverboat Cruise, Eureka Tower, Vic Market, whatever.
Yeah,
There are a couple of things that I have never ever done, and I'm a bit embarrassed to tell you. But look, here's my number one, Ben.
yeah. What is it?
I have never ever been to the old Melbourne jail.
Right.
You know,
Never.
ever. And it's famous because it's where Ned Kelly was hanged.
Both.
Yeah. He was a bushranger, as everybody, well, most people might know. So this is a beautiful bluestone old building right in the heart of Melbourne. And as I was Googling and trying to figure out, you know, a little bit more about this amazing jail that's spelt Gaol,
Gale. Yeah.
Gale. Maybe that's why I haven't
Who
been there
knows?
because I haven't been able to read the sign.
Like, you're searching for it. Like, I
Yeah,
can't find anything.
yeah, I can't. But where is it? So anyway, so it was started being built back in 1839, which is bloody yonks ago.
Mm,
And then Ned Kelly was hung in, let me see what I have written down here, in November 1880. So,
wow.
and there were like 133 people were hanged there.
God.
And,
Wow.
you know, and it's basically, it was built by convicts or something like that to house convicts. So probably should learn a bit more, but I've never been there. And it's a beautiful, beautiful old place. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've been there. I have actually been to the Melbourne jail.
how weird's that? You've been there and I haven't.
Yeah, I have, but only again because it was a touristy thing. I think Mum wanted to go or something, and they've got that bust kind of head bust of Ned Kelly that was taken after he was dead, which is a bit creepy.
Yeah, plaster cast of his head. Why is that
Yes,
so
I've seen that.
gross?
Well, because he's dead, I guess it's like, ugh,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't like it.
yeah. You wouldn't do it beforehand, I think, would you?
No,
Yeah.
it'd be a bit tricky.
Oh my God, that's bad. All right, so that's my number
Okay,
one. Right, what about you, Ben?
that's your number one. Okay, well, look, this one for me is look. If you know Adelaide, you know the bakery Balfour's, right?
Hmm.
Balfour's is before Villiers came along. It was all about Balfour's all the way through school. Balfour's pies, pasties, sausage rolls. There's no talk of this Villiers flaky pastry. It was just straight up Balfour's, and they've been around since 1853, right? Which is a long,
Ooh.
long time. I was driving the other day, and it was around the time of the King's coronation, and Balfour's had a bus stop ad, and it was for what's called this frog cake, Balfour's frog cakes. So if
Mhm.
you're in Adelaide, you'll know a Balfour's frog cake, and it had an ad because it's 100 years old. They've been making this thing for 100 years, and it said, "Hey Charles, where's my letter?" Question mark. Because the king
Yeah,
sends a letter if you turn 100. I thought that was
yeah.
funny, and then I thought, oh my
I like
god, I've
that.
never eaten a Balfour's frog cake my whole life. Never eaten one. So they're this kind of iconically South Australian thing, but I've never eaten one. So I thought, okay, wow, and it's kind of gave me the idea for the show. Like, oh, what other stuff haven't we done? So
Yeah.
anyway, I thought, okay, got to eat a frog cake. So that's my first one. Hadn't eaten a Balfour's frog cake, although I have to confess that in
Mhm.
preparation for the episode, I bought a frog cake. I thought I'll eat it on air now, and you can get my sort of live reaction. But before the show recorded, I actually ate it already. so,
Yes.
so even though I said I haven't eaten one, I've already atoned for that, and I've actually eaten one already.
Well, it's all in the name of research, Ben, and I don't think
Totally.
anyone would send you to the Melbourne Gale for that.
No, they wouldn't. I wouldn't be
Right?
hanged and hung. I would
And
not be.
what was it like? Did you enjoy it?
Well, it had a real sort of old school flavour to it. Like it's really two slices of dense, thick cake, which is really super sweet. And then the head of the frog, if you have a look, there's kind of like a
Mhm.
mouth at the top that's split. That's full of this cream, but it's a really thick cream. It's not light and fluffy. It's kind of dense again. And then once again, the icing over the top is this kind of really thick, old school sweet
Oh,
icing. So it's very thick and sweet. And apparently it was inspired. Gordon Balfour, who was part of the family, obviously, was
Gordo,
inspired.
your
Gordo.
family.
Oh, yeah, Gordo. Yeah, down the road. Actually, I have an Uncle Gordon. Maybe we are related. By the confectionery that it came across during a trip of Europe. So it's got that kind of fancy European style with a little paddy pan thing. So anyway, it was very thick and dense and sweet. And Reed and I went halves in it, and we could barely finish the half. So, yeah, I've
Is
done it.
Oh, good job. Is it like a cupcake or is it like a scone?
No, it's neither. It's like almost like a wedding cake kind of thing. It's just everything,
Mm.
every element is
Heavy.
really heavy and full on. Yeah. So,
Oh,
for a South Australian icon, it was bloody hard to find as well. They're not everywhere.
right.
But I did end up finding it at a local Woolies, yeah, after
And what
doing some
colour did you get? Because I
research.
know they come in different colours.
Yeah, they come in green, pink, and brown, and I went for the green, which is the most famous style.
Brown.
Brown. I know, brown, the famous brown frog. Yeah.
Gross. Maybe we
Yeah.
can. Did you get any photos or video of you,
Yeah,
devouring it and,
I did.
going like this,
Yeah,
stuck to the roof of your mouth?
exactly. They're like a dog with peanut butter kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you?
No, I do have some photos of me eating them, and I have been sent them because my wife took the photos as I ate
Mhm.
them. I was giving her live reactions, and she was like, "Do I really have to watch you eat this thing?"
Live reaction.
So it was pretty nasty. But yeah, I'll post some photos of me eating this cake because I'm kind of going like, "Whoa, okay, oh, it's really sweet." But there we
Ah,
go. So
okay.
I've eaten a frog cake. There we go.
Oh, good job. Well, that was pretty interesting because I never heard of the frog cake.
Yeah, well, Balfour's frog cakes, famous as, man.
Oh, good job.
Yeah,
All right. Well, kicking on, I have got my number two. What have I? The places I've never been.
tell me.
I have never been to see the penguins at Phillip Island.
Wow, really? Well, you've been to Phillip Island heaps of times.
No, I worked
Didn't you
there.
live there once? Or, no,
Yes.
you worked
No, I
there.
did
Yeah.
live there, but in a previous job, and that's a whole nother episode.
Mm,
I worked a lot at the racetrack down there and spent a lot of time down at Phillip Island, but I have never ever been or seen the penguins come up the shore, right?
wow.
And at Phillip Island, they have this massive boardwalk. They've got all these amazing vantage spots where you can watch them come up the beach. Like they're sunken in little viewing platforms
Wow.
that you can watch. And even during COVID, they had all these cameras set up so people could dial in and watch the
Oh, yeah.
little critters come up the beach. All the little critters.
Just turned 80. They're little tiny ones, though, aren't they? They're not like the
They
big,
are.
gigantic Antarctica style. They're the little fairy penguin style.
They're not
Yeah.
King Edward Emperor ones, whatever they're
No.
called. But they are. But Phillip Island is the home to the largest little penguin colony in the world, Ben. So how amazing is that?
That
And
is
I've never
crazy.
ever been there.
It's on your doorstep. It's actually on your
Pretty much.
doorstep.
Well, like Phillip Island's only like a quick hour and a bit down the road.
Yeah, exactly. Get in your
So
car.
why wouldn't you go down there and check it out?
I don't know. You tell me.
Have you been there?
I've been to Phillip Island for a Tough Mudder, but we didn't see the penguins, so no, I haven't seen them either.
Yeah. So anyway, that's on the list, and I'm embarrassed to say I've never seen the penguins at Phillip Island.
I always go to call it Port Phillip Island. Is that? Do you have a Port Phillip Bay? Don't you?
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
Port Phillip Island.
no Port Phillip
Yeah.
Bay. Is there a Phillip Bay?
No, there's a Port Phillip Bay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just out here. That's
Just
the
down the
main
road.
bay. Yeah, there's just
Yeah.
I can see it, Ben. I'm right there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, all right. So, what's your number two?
My number two is sticking with an island theme.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to Kangaroo Island.
Ah.
So Kangaroo Island is, again, it's like it's a iconic tourist spot. Well, people live there obviously, but it's very famous, and all the stars go there, and it's become a bit famous, and they film lots of movies there, and
Mm.
it's a pretty incredible place. There's like the Flinders Chase National Park and remarkable rocks and the beautiful coastline, and I've just never been. I don't know. I've been
Yeah.
all the way down to Cape Jervis, where you just sort of jump off the mainland to go
Oh, so
across that choppy
close.
channel, and I'm so close. Been to Normanville, been to Cape Jervis, I've been all the way down there, but
Is
just
there a
haven't.
bridge that goes over it?
Nah, there's no bridge. No, you got to get on a boat, and it can be quite rough. It can be
Ah,
quite
right.
choppy. Yeah, yeah. So no, you got to get on a boat to get over there. And yeah, I've never been, but I'd love to go.
Okay, yeah, you should do it. Put that on your list, and
Mm.
then you can fly there, can't you?
Yeah, you can fly there. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
take a chopper there. I could take the chopper, couldn't I? Why don't I take the chopper? It's just sitting there, not being used. I don't know why I don't use it more often. Cadell's just there waiting. He's like,
you
Ben,
got you got
where do
your
you want to
license
go?
and all.
I know. I've
Oh,
got my
yeah.
L's. Jeez.
Yeah, you should get over to Phillip Island. I reckon you should get over there. And they were like
Phillip Island?
devastated. Oh,
Kangaroo Island. Port Phillip Island.
getting my Port Kangaroo Phillip Island mixed up. But no, that would be beautiful. I'd love to go there too. It does look absolutely spectacular, really
Yeah,
rugged. And it's a big island.
it is. Yeah, and you were about to say they had some bad bushfires, which they did a few years ago, which were
Yeah, yeah.
really terrible. So, yeah, I think they're recovering, but those things always take a lot of time. But we were talking before that we could do some virtual tours.
Uh,
All these places we're talking about have virtual tours, right?
well, during lockdown, I went to the Louvre with my
Wow.
mum. Yeah, I took it. We went on a guided tour. I took the guided tour through
Yeah.
the Louvre.
The Louvre, wow. And was it a good tour?
It was great. It was the
Yeah.
best. Yeah. So potentially we might even think about this as a either side of Nhill goes virtual. We take our amazing listeners on a guided tour to the old Melbourne Gale, see the penguins at Phillip Island, Kangaroo Island. Hop on board, everyone. What do you
Yeah.
reckon?
I mean, we won't do any research. We'll just do it. We'll just be like, here we are.
Look, and then the first one will be free.
Okay. And then
Yeah. So
it's like a
all
free
aboard.
trial. Yeah.
All
Satisfaction
aboard.
guaranteed. Yeah.
That could be really fun. Let us know what you think, guys. If you want to come on a virtual tour with Ben and I as your tour guides.
Oh, that sounds great to me. Now, hey, what's your third thing, Christy?
Okay, so my third thing is keeping with a ye olde sort of theme here. I have never ever been to the Melbourne General Cemetery.
Really?
No, the no, the Melbourne Cemetery is located just in Carlton. So we
Did I
are up in
I reacted too much to that? Did I really? Sorry.
No, but anyway, it's really close to Melbourne, and
Mm.
it's been as I'm doing a bit of research because I was thinking, what haven't I done in Melbourne? What are the burning things that I really wanted to do? And I've always wanted to do a tour through the cemetery. You can do these nighttime kind of spooky
Ooh.
tours, woo!
Ooh.
But the cemetery's been there for over 160 years, and
Wow.
there's like over 300,000 burials there.
What? That sounds
Mm.
huge.
It's massive. Like it's massive. There's a massive roundabout near there, and you go past it, and the cemetery just goes on forever and ever. And there's like mausoleums and crypts and all sorts of stuff in there.
Mm.
But not only that, there's some really amazing dead people there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and
Anyone of note that you can think
yeah.
of?
Well, just off the top of my head, Burke and Wills.
God, no way. Oh, wow.
Way. And then there's like a whole bunch of former prime ministers like Harold Holt. Harold Holt? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a former
So,
prime. Well, his
yeah.
body's never been found, though.
Oh, so how's he buried there?
Or
Good
was it
question.
found? Oh, dear.
Was it?
I don't know.
Oh, God. Should have done some more research here.
He did drown. I don't know that they ever
Yeah.
did find his body,
Neither do I. Oh,
Maybe
jeez.
it's a memorial.
Yes, yeah, just a plaque.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
Saying, if found, please return to. Oh, that's terrible.
oh, R.I.P.
Yeah,
Sorry about that, Harold.
totally.
So anyway, there is a lot of famous former prime ministers and people that are buried there. So I'm kind of embarrassed that I've never ever been there before.
Wow, yeah, well, get on it. Can regular people get buried there, or is it just like for the elite? It sounds like it'd be hard to get a spot.
Yeah, don't know. Depends how you want to go and be stored.
Mm.
So I don't know. I won't be going there because I've already made my decision where I want to go.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another episode.
Yeah, we can talk about that offline, off
how
air.
you want to be buried.
I'm happy to
Scattered.
talk about that. Yeah, I've told everyone, don't waste the space, don't waste your money.
Nah.
Just tie tie a brick around my ankle and throw me overboard. That's what I say to
Oh,
Sarah.
yeah, just get the bonfire cranked up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get
Yeah,
the
yeah.
marshmallows out. Right? Yuck. Oh my God, that is so disrespectful. Okay, take all that back.
But that's our own bodies we're talking about, so that's
Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
yeah, they're my wishes.
yeah. We're not talking about anyone else.
Yeah, we won't go into the rest of the will.
No.
It's a dog's breakfast.
If you just give it all to me, I'll make sure that it's distributed evenly.
All
Okay,
right.
trust me. Trust me.
All right, so that's my third one. What about your third one, Ben?
So my third one is a bit more obscure, I guess, but I've never seen the movie Storm Boy. Right,
Mm.
so Storm Boy was like it was in the 70s, early 70s sort of thing. No, maybe not early, maybe late 70s, but it was filmed in South Australia, the Coorong, which is kind of down
Oh,
Galway
right,
way,
yeah.
down south. Beautiful. I've been to the Coorong. I've been to that spot. Spent a lot of time down south, but I've never actually watched the movie.
Why?
Well, I don't know. We didn't really watch a lot of movies as a kid. We didn't sort of go to the movies all the time, and we didn't get a video player until I was kind of like 11 or something like that. So, but Storm Boy, which of course is a story about a boy called Mike, played
Yep.
by Greg Rowe, living sort of reclusively with his dad and looking for some friendship. And so he befriends a pelican, Mr.
Oh,
Percival.
yeah, that's right. Now I remember.
Yeah, and he's sort of looking after him, and they form this friendship. And I think it's quite sad. Sarah has watched it, my wife, and she said it's really sad, I think, and she was quite attached. I think she was trying to find her own Mr. Percival really throughout her
Oh,
childhood.
oh,
And
Ben.
she's still scarred from ET as well and Far Lap. She watched all these sad, sad
Oh, it's
movies that she's still affected by. But yeah, so I've never seen Storm Boy, filmed here in South Australia, based on a novel by Colin Teely, who's a very well known South Australian author, and we had to read all his books
you do.
in school, like February Dragon and all the others, which I
Yeah,
can't remember any others. But yeah, cracking cast, and yeah, just never seen it. So maybe I'll look that up. I'll try and look it up and watch it, even though it's going to be sad. I'll
yeah.
persevere. I
Per-
persevere. I got there before you.
1976, Ben.
Well, that was the year I was born. What am I talking about?
Oh my
Okay,
God! Any wonder you didn't see it when you
I know.
were fair income. So that's when it came out. It was
Yeah,
1976.
yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so but the book was published in 1963.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
just doing some googling.
Do some googling. I'm trying to think of the other book we had to read of Colin Teely's. I actually didn't read a lot at school. I didn't really find books very interesting, but I did read his because they were actually really, really good.
So
February
this,
Dragon is about bushfires.
right, and then in 2019 they did a remake of it,
Yeah, on like
Storm Boy.
of the movie in 2019. Yeah, I did see that,
Ah, right.
which
Okay,
I think
cool.
Jeffrey Rush was in. Yeah,
Oh, was he playing a piano?
yeah, oh, probably. Can't stop himself everywhere he goes. Jeffrey.
Stop playing the piano. Well, there are three really interesting things that we, haven't seen or been to, and
Yeah,
I'm really interested to think, to figure out what other people they haven't seen in their hometown that they're kind of embarrassed.
that's it. And this is a
Like,
call to action, people. Let's
yeah.
just do it.
And then I think we need to just get this, a big collective together, get the Eson bus cranked right up. Bus bingo, everyone all aboard. We're going on a virtual tour. How much fun will that be?
That'd be fantastic. Yeah. Can we stop, for some dim sims and some hot chips along the way?
Yeah,
Is that going to
first
be it? Yeah.
yeah, first stop will be Mr. Lee's for some sausage rolls.
Yeah, Neil, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, Ben, we've talked about Melbourne and Adelaide. Why don't we
Mm,
just circle right back down to
yeah.
Nhill?
Exactly. What things haven't we done in Neil? Well, quite a lot of things. But what are our picks, you reckon? What do you think we should be doing?
If I was going to Nhill tomorrow, these would be my three things that I would do instantly. All right.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Tell me.
Okay. One, I'll just put on my running shoes and do a quick hot lap around the Nhill Lake.
Oh, yeah. Park run. Yeah.
Yeah, that would probably be on a Saturday morning with all the other legends.
Yeah.
And then I would run over to the silo, the Nhill silo, and say
Just
good
keep
day
running.
to Forest.
Yeah.
Run over to the silo and say good day there and have a quick look around, see what's happening, what sort of, modifications, what they've been up to there.
Well, we are members. We are
Yeah.
members. So take a keen interest.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
And then I would burn over to the Pinball Museum.
You are just running through
I
Nhill.
would just be running around like a crazy lady, put my 20 cents in, play the
Yeah.
pennies, and get some free credits.
Fantastic. Oh, that sounds really, really cool. Yeah. Well, look, I'm there with you, and the things I would choose, as well as those things, because they sound really, really cool. I would go to Mr.
Oh,
Lee's for a sausage roll.
there goes the timer.
Time's up.
Yes.
Oh God, we're always yakking on anyway. Look, we're going to wrap it up
That's a
soon, people.
5-minute
Don't worry.
warning. Yeah.
It is. It's our 5-minute warning. So professional, so slick. Now I'm going to Mr. Lee's for some sausage rolls because we did our top 3 or top 5 sausage rolls in Nhill episode way back when,
Yeah.
and
Was
I can't
Poopy
actually
did that?
remember. Yeah, and I can't remember who even won, which establishment won, but I remember that Mr. Lee. We found out that they do have pretty awesome sausage rolls, so I'm going there. I'm then going to go to the lawn tennis club to check out the courts.
Oh, yeah. Bring your racket.
Take your racket, absolutely.
Yep.
Let's
Fresh
play.
set of balls.
Absolutely, yep. Have a quick set, and that's going to be a bit of fun. And then, of course, I think we'd have to go to the community garden because that looks pretty cool. When we interviewed Wendy Bywaters, we did that. She actually was in the community garden that day we interviewed her.
That was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was such a great episode.
Did we know she was going to do that, or did she just was there? We're like, oh wow, cool, yeah.
What a legend! She just here I am in the garden.
Yeah, here I am.
She's like the children of the corn.
She's on location.
What a legend! But hang on, just go back to the Nhill Lawn Tennis Club.
Mm.
We'll be able to check out the new club rooms.
Yeah, absolutely.
The cat's been banging on about.
It's been going on about.
Oh,
That's right.
no.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And what about, did Beery do the concrete there, I wonder?
He did.
Yeah.
Probably, and he wouldn't have put his initials in it either.
No, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. We know. Yeah. Okay.
No, that's excellent. There are a couple of half a dozen things that we will be doing when we come to Nhill, which is in the near future.
I know. And look, we keep talking about going. We've got to just do it because we're really sorry, Nhill. You're so loyal and listen to us, and we haven't been there yet. We have, we've had a few things on the plate. We'll get there, we promise.
Absolutely. And when we do, we'll spring it on you. We'll just
be there. We'll be like, tap you on the shoulder.
Surprise.
G'day, we're here.
They're like, who are you? Bugger off.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to do that. Look, we got some things on the list. Let's make it happen.
All right, cool.
But that was good. That was quite therapeutic. That was good. And there's no shame. If you haven't done it, there's no shame. It's okay.
Look, you get to what you can.
That's it.
It's just a big fat list of stuff to get done in life.
That's it.
And if I get to the jail, I do. If I don't, I'll be taking the virtual tour.
That's heaps easier. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, I reckon this has been an excellent episode. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. And remember, you can follow us on Instagram at either side of Nhill 3418, which, by the way, Ben, is the postcode.
It is, of course.
That's why we chose it. And
totally.
Facebook, either side of Nhill. We've got a Facebook page and a Facebook group, so we've got 2 there. You just jump on, like us, whatever. Get involved. If you want to be part of the Tour de France competition, just send us a message and we'll let you in. What was that noise?
Oh, that was my laptop doing weird things. Don't worry about it. I got a new laptop and it's trying to get me to do a whole lot of stuff. It's being a bit annoying. Sorry about that.
No worries at all. All right, well, until next time, thanks for listening and see you later.
See ya.